Well, one of my lovely members sent me these molds of angel molds, and they've got a little bit in there that you can hang them up with. And I want to make something that I can pop on my tree or possibly hang in my window. Now, I'm going to be using the Let's Resin chrome powders for this because I think that will be the best thing to use. And I'm brushing that in there lightly, making sure I get the trumpet all nice and done evenly. Burnishing those off a little bit to ensure that I've got a good final grip to it and it's going to stay where I want it. And if you want to know how to get the best results from this, I've got loads of videos on how to use this. But I thought this would be a great one to show it again. And these aren't going to take an awful lot of resin because they're quite thin. So I will need a good resin because it's poured thin is going to stay nice and solid. I'll show you which resin I'm going to use for that next once I get ready to pour them. Now, I'm not using any proper colours for this that are natural colours at all. What I'm using for the body and the arm is a silver, and this is the holographic silver from the Let's Resin chrome powders range, and that's for the arm and also the face. And I'm using a soft thin brush for this, making sure that I burnish it all the time that I'm doing it. I want to say a massive thank you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. Honestly, I wouldn't be without my FlexiSpot desks. I've used them for years. More about those will be coming up shortly. For the... Oh, I didn't do a face in silver then. Thought they're going to be different. And then the actual bodice or dress I'm doing in a sky blue. And if you turn over your mold as you're doing it, it often helps you to see exactly where you are getting and if you've missed any bits or you've got it in an area where you don't want it. See, I can see that I've already got it in part of her hair and I don't want it in part of her hair because I'm going to do the hair a different colour. So what I'm going to do is get that out there nice and clean using a little micro brush and then just cleaning up the edges again using a baby wipe. Because her hair, I want to do something slightly different with. So for her hair, I'm going to be using some Chameleon flakes and laying them in there for the hair. Making sure I brush those down really well. And now what I'm going to do is clean up these wings and try and get rid of some of this errant powder. And if I can't get it off using cloth, then what I'll do is go around it using some tape and get it to stick onto the tape. As long as I don't touch the bit where I want it to stay, it doesn't matter. Well, now I've got those done. I've cleaned them up as much as I want, or I can. I'm now going to brush some of this really pretty... Oh, it's got another colour in there. Oh, well, that doesn't matter. Give it a bit of oomph, I suppose. Didn't really want it there, but there we go. I'm brushing... This is a really microfine glitter. Oh, no, I can't cope with that. That is too dark. That has got to come out. That's what you get for not having a clean brush to start with. Normally, I clean all my brushes. I thought it was clean. There we go. That's what you get for being me. I'm sure I'm not the first person to do it, and I'm sure it won't be the last time I do it either. So there we go. That'll do. That's better. So for this, I'm going to be using the 4-hour demold, and the reason I'm using this is it's excellent UV protection, it's crystal clear, it's high gloss, it's certainly non-flammable, and it's BPA free, but also it cures up in about 4 hours, but you do need to have it at about 75 degrees. So what I'm going to do is, it's quite cold in my studio today. I'm putting it in here for probably about 10 minutes, no, 15 minutes probably. And this is a brilliant tool, and it's cheaper than buying a bottle warmer, and it's bigger as well. And I want to put this at, temperature wise, I'm going to put it at 38, because that'll be nice and warm. Pop my lid over the top. I'll leave that for the 10 minutes. And that should have warmed that all nicely through, ready to use. So while that's doing that, let's hear from our sponsors, FlexiSpot. I tell you, I love these products. I've been using them for years. This is my first FlexiSpot desk, and I use it in my crafting room, and it's my cricket area, and I can use it standing up, sitting down, when I'm making jewellery, using my cricket. And they are amazing. Woo, look at me. It's like being on a roller coaster. I mean, I'm not a light person, and it has lifted me up quite high, as you can probably see. My head's not even in the other camera, because I spend a lot of time crafting and sitting down. So I want to ensure that I've got the option now of being able to stand and craft, sit and craft, all at the same desk. I also have this one as well, where I do all my admin and my editing, and I spend a lot of time at these desks. And I also have this one, which is a brand new one, which is the third one I've got. So I may be sitting down, but I may be standing up. So it's really important for me to be able to have a desk that moves. There are a lot of benefits to using a standing desk, and this E7 is no exception. And on the FlexiSpot website, you can see what all the benefits are, and it certainly really does help if you've got back problems, and it is really good for your productivity as well. And all the links for everything that you'll need to get hold of a FlexiSpot desk are in the description below, and you can choose different colors of the desk along with different colors of the worktop as well. FlexiSpot have got a Black Friday sale coming up, the best discount you'll ever get over the year, and there is also a chance to get your order for 100% free. FlexiSpot provides all kinds of standing desks and ergonomic chairs. I've got some of their chairs, I've got one of their recliners to meet your demand. Shop now, and if you like what you get, please leave my channel name at the checkout. Well, I hope you enjoyed that message from FlexiSpot. My resin is pouring lovely now as well. It's been warmed up and it will cure much better. So let's mix it up. I'm not sure if I'm mixing up enough, but if I haven't, then what I can do is just mix up a little bit more, but I don't want to over mix today. I've got that in there, and now I'll mix that up for 4 minutes. So that's all mixed up now. What I'm also going to do is quickly degas that as well in my bubble remover. Because it's a thick resin, even though I thinned it out using my heater, you do get a few extra bubbles in it. And I don't tend to worry now too much because I know I'm going to degas it. So that's all mixed up now, and I've degassed that as much as I need to. What I'm going to do as well is pop a little bit of this ultra fine glitter in the resin. A bit much in that one. Let's put a bit more in that one. And give that a mix round. And now we can see if I've mixed up enough. I probably haven't. I'm going to pour it in here slowly because I want to ensure that I don't trap too many bubbles in it. Oh yeah, I've definitely mixed up enough resin. I think I've probably still mixed up a bit too much, but it doesn't matter. I've got a mould, I can pop it in. I'll make sure that I've got it in everywhere and up to all of the little tips of the wings as well. Now, if I can find these moulds, I'll link them in the description below along with everything else that I use. But like I said, I didn't buy these. These were sent to me. So thank you very much to the person that sent them to me. And if ever you want to send me anything, the link is in the description of where you can post it to. I'll fill this one up as well in the same way. And then what I will do is leave them for 5 minutes and then go over them with a long neck lighter to burst any bubbles that are coming up. Well, they've had 5 minutes now. Quickly go over them with a long neck lighter to burst off any bubbles that have come up. And then I will leave them to cure. Can't wait to have a look and see what these look like when they're finished. There we go. Just remove some stubborn bubbles. I can burn those ones off again. And now we can leave them to cure up. Well, these have all cured up now, and I can't wait to show you these. Oh, that has come out really, really pretty. And they are definitely a matching pair, which is unlike me. I'm not very good at colouring him. So what I'm going to do now is pop a ribbon through the little hole, like that. And there we go. That's them ready to be hung on the tree. My tree doesn't have a single decoration on it that hasn't been made by me. They've all been made by me over the years. Oh, I love that. It's really pretty, and it still looks pretty from the back as well if it swings round because you've used that really fine glitter. Oh, I think they've come out great. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Big thank you to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check out the video I've got coming up next as well if you want to learn more about Christmas decorations. Boom that like button, hit that subscribe button, but most of all, enjoy your resin. Take care. Bye.